Hello everybody and welcome to Tasu Show. And today we're going to play Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster. So as you can see, it's the usual so far. Same way to get started for every title screen, just the name of the game and the prelude behind. And that's all there is to it. So let's get started, shall we? So Final Fantasy III, like Final Fantasy I, just have nameless characters. So we're gonna have to give name to each of us character. Alright, it's just silly names, but let's get going with those 4 characters, shall we? Let's start the game. So one thing you need to know about Final Fantasy III, like Final Fantasy II, it never came out in the United States up until late. Into the Silence, one of the Gulgans prophesies the great earthquake was only the beginning. That is new, I don't remember that. The tremors tore the land asunder, the crystal, source of the world's light, were swallowed into the depth as monsters emerged. Yet that was nothing compared to the catastrophe to come. I don't remember this intro, that's new. Something fathomless, ominous, and laden with sorrow looms on the horizon, but hope is not yet gone completely. 4 souls will be blessed with the power of light, and so it shall begin. Four fan youth raised by Topapa in the rural village of were out to test their mettle. They came across a cave, one of the very same that formed when the crystals were lost to the earth. So here's before, what started as a simple game of exploration became so much more. La 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 la, ba da da da. So we are in the, I think it's the wind crystal, so it has to be the wind cave, if I remember properly. Ouch! Looks like we fell through a sinkhole. Now what do we do? Are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe we can climb out. You wanted to go exploring. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Hey, quit scrabbling, you two. We need to find a way out of here. So for those who played the 3D version, there's not 4 characters when you get started, but only 1. And for me, it was always interesting to play the 3D version because that's the real first version that you had that was not in Japan only before. And the new battle theme as usual. Okay, let's get was Goblin killed. So you can see right now I can only attack because nobody has anything else. Like Final Fantasy 1 and 2, there is a notion of hits, as you can see here. You can do multiple hits. Anyway, you can see that the beginning of this game is pretty much you're in that cave and you just have to get out. And those 4 characters are supposed to be part of the Wires of Light, once again, kind of like similar to the first game in this case, compared to Final Fantasy II that decided to go completely away from the crystals. So all of these stay the same, so A to confirm, B to back or run, which didn't exist on the NES game when it was an NES game, Y to open or close the menu, X to open or close the map and turn on and off auto battle. Moving, you can switch party member and so forth. So for example, if I want to switch party member, I like blue, so we're gonna do blue. The music looks more ominous than it used to be. Okay, there's 2 treasure chests, but before that, the battle. Okay, let's open some of those chests. Okay, this one contains a potion, and this one contains a leather shield. Let's equip my main character here with a leather shield. So you can see that it went up for evasion, defense, and magic. So that is the main menu, where all your characters are. And with just the classic thing, item, magic. Right now we have no magic at all. Equips, status formation. If you want some people to be in front or the back, you can do that in this game. Huh? What is it? There's something strange about that rock. Now that you mention it. Well, let's look at what's going on with that rock. It opened a hidden passage. Oh, another leather shield. Alta Cave. Okay, they give a name to that cave. I don't even know if there was a name before. Antarctic Queen, which is actually an item, so if you go there, it's used damage. It deals ice damages. Damage. Contain potion, okay. Oh, back attack. Interesting. So when you have back attack, what's happening is that sometimes your character are more protected, but their attack will be not as good because they're in the back. I can show you. If I go to the right, like this, the second item here, row, I can change the row of my characters, so like that, they're actually all in the front. And now they will attack better. Alright. We defeated the enemy. And some people had job levels that went up. So you will see this game use a job system, and that's the first time that Final Fantasy will use a job system. It's thanks to Final Fantasy III mostly that we have that notion of job systems that will pop back up on Final Fantasy V, which... Oh shoot, we got ambushed, that's dangerous. Okay, the attack of the enemy are not too strong for, so that's a good thing. So there's a carbon core for the first time in the game, but as you can see it looks like an ugly beast in this game. It's funny, the Blue Wisp, as I think they have it on Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler too, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, Aldotas. And all my characters got a level up! Yes! And you can see that the level up is pretty weak for so far. Not much happened. Look, it's a spring! Yeah, but why is it such an odd color? Let's take a sip! Right, so it's odd that you're just gonna take a sip? I'm not too sure about this. We're gonna take a sip because it's restore your HP and MP, and that will be very important. Oh, it's also KO the life have revived. That's new. I don't think they used to do that before. Anyway, it's very important because we need to train a little bit because the upcoming battle may be a bit hard if you don't. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I Fang. What are those monsters? As you can see on that Final Fantasy, once again, well, it was only on Final Fantasy 1, by the way, and the NES version of it, that if you attack an enemy multiple times but it was already killed, then your attack was lost. It's not the case anymore, as you can see here, so I don't need to worry about who to attack first. It's easy to get at least one more of a level. We should... it's easy, or at least with that enemy, it was easy. But you can see overall that the game didn't change much compared to Final Fantasy 1 in terms of like battle system yet. But it will become much more advanced thanks to the fact that, as I said, this was a job system level. Once again, this game does not have any active time battle, so meaning that you don't necessarily see a bar that allows you to understand when somebody will attack first or not. This appears only on Final Fantasy IV, which will be the next game that we're gonna do with Pixel Remaster. Overall, the game looks cute so far. I think one of the things that's interesting that I noticed with Pixel Remaster is that they tried to make them very... the color are pretty vivid. And I think that it gives a certain charm to it, which is really good. But generally, the way that they did this design looks very much like Final Fantasy IV on the SNES, or Final Fantasy V on the SNES. Like those characters here, they kind of look like Parliament Porum from Final Fantasy IV. Alright, let's do one more level. The game seems a bit easier than its NES or DS version. Well, the DS version being the 3D version, but it does exist on Steam and all that. I did start to play the 3D remake, and then I stopped. I stopped because I just stopped, unfortunately. And when the NES game, I played it with the Japanese version being translated to English. And... oh, perfect. We all need a high potion. Okay, let's get going. Hopefully I can beat the boss. If I cannot, I can use those Antarctic winds that we got in order to beat him a little bit more. Cool. No! Wow, the attack is only 1, so it's barely anything. Oh, 3, no. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the spring quickly. But you can see overall that this game definitely has some improvement in terms of difficulty. I think they tried to make it original, but at the same time they also made it maybe a bit more... oh, it's X. I'm putting it in order to go faster, the auto battle system. Because right now, to be fairly honest, like there's nothing else that you can do than attack, so... Alright. Let's go back. Okay, good. I wanted goblins, so like that I don't need to lose much. Like losing 1 HP is nothing. I want to go to the town of Ur. Okay, that is the wind crystals, that's what I thought. What is going on? A malicious force attacks the party. A land turtle. La 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 la. Okay, all the music were redone once again, but all the Pixel Remaster, I think that Nobuo Uematsu redid the music of all of them, which is pretty cool. Okay, so far we're just gonna attack. Ah, my character do a lot of miss. I need to be careful about Totosho. Alright, we beat him. I think it was easier than the original game. Although those Pixel Remaster are supposed to represent the original game a bit more than the remakes that were done before. And Final Fantasy III is interesting because there were no other remake than the 3D remake. So this is a proper 2D remake. I don't remember if Wonder Swan Color may have a Final Fantasy III. I don't think so, actually. I don't think they did it, but who knows. So that is the first time that I really redid Final Fantasy III in a 2D environment. Alright, let's go to the Wind Crystal and let's get started to see the real introduction of the game, because the introduction of an NES version started there after you go to a crystal. The crystal shines brightly. You four have been chosen. Whoa, the crystal is talking! I give unto you the last of my light, and with it, the last hope of a fading world. As things stand, light will soon disappear, and the balance of the world will be destroyed. Accept the light into your hearts, and the crystals will grant you unimaginable strength. You have been chosen to be the bearers of our final chance at hope. You cannot allow light to fade from the world. The party is enveloped in a bright light. Alright. Within the light, the will of the crystal surged through them. They decided to accept their destiny. And the prologue will start. And so began a journey to dispel the darkness and return light to the world. The young heroes received the crystal's power. It's so beautiful thanks to the music too. And with it, the world's last light of hope. Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage and Red Mage jobs now available. So you can see now that we started to have some jobs. Step upon the magic seagull to be transported to the surface. Embrace your destiny, Warriors of Light. Hope of the Wind, achievement unlock. Interesting. So what we're gonna do, you can see that each of us has job level. We're gonna do Totosho as a warrior, and I'm gonna confirm. But you can see every time that we switch of job, all equipment will be removed, so you have to be very careful to redo everything. Okay? And it's normal because some characters unfortunately cannot use the same weapons, right? Well, she was blue as an onion knight, so let's do it. Let's do her as a black mage. We're gonna say it's a her because, you know. Alright, Totosho will become a white mage. I have nothing to give as a weapon so far. And we're gonna finish with Elder Toss as... We're gonna keep Elder Toss as an onion knight for the moment. Oh, okay. So you see I can go back and fight again. Come on, characters, you missed? What the hell? Yeah, let's do some of those. Let's level up because we're so close. And then after that, we're gonna enjoy the outside and go to the town of Ur. I don't even know how to say the name because the name of the town is just a U and a R, so the town of Ur. And that's where you will see a tutorial of the game, so that's why I want to make sure that we go over there and get started a little bit with all of those things before I stop that video, because it's been already 21 minutes we're playing this. And like I said, this Final Fantasy is preemptive strike, yes! This Final Fantasy is a bit different from its predecessor because in this case you can really control your group. Final Fantasy 1, you cannot control it because you have to choose a job at the beginning and then you cannot change it at all. Here, it's not the case anymore. You can definitely change it anytime that you want. The tricky part is that even on the 3D version, by the way, is that once you change your job, you're kind of losing some of the earnings that you had before. And what I mean by that is that sometimes your status will change in a very particular way. I think on the 3D remake they made that even worse because every time that you change of a job, you kind of like have to play a little bit to get used to the job again or something like that. I don't remember what's happening, but they put some kind of status at a negative level. They don't do that on this one. But that being said, that level up that I just got here will be very different because of the characters that I selected. Like, I changed the way that my character is supposed to grow, and that is something you need to be very careful about when you actually change the jobs and you earn levels. So for example, Elder Toss, probably I should change because so far they are just growing in HP because of the fact that I kept them as an onion knight. Alright, let's leave. La 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 pum 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 pum. La 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 pum 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 pum. That's the turn off. Alright. Let's talk to that woman. Why? If it isn't you foul rascals, why are you running after? What's that? Saving the world? Aren't you getting a bit old of make-believe? The The wellspring water from the sanctuary can restore the health of those who have received the light of the crystal, even from the brink of death. King Sasume's castle lies to the west. He rules the region surrounded by the many mountains, including this village. If you want to use an item, just select it from the list when it appears. Why not use a potion on me to try it out? Alright. Oh, interesting. I forgot about that part. Alright. By gum! That cured my aching back. Thank you, youngsters. Here, take this with my regards. Okay, gave us eco herbs. The elders await you inside. It seems that Dan sensed what befell you all. We always did have a strong connection with the spirit world. Okay, I'm not gonna go there yet. Oh, did you see the secret passage? The way that it's done here? On the 3D remake, there's a lot of things that are done in such a way that you can somewhat find the hidden passages, but they're very well hidden too, which is pretty good. I think they did a great job on the 3D version. I think the 3D version had a lot of very interesting new things in it. Let's talk with that woman. Yeah. Oh my! You're a tenacious bunch to find me in here. Tell you what, I'll give you my secret potion stash. Just check the well. Alright, let's go check the well. Oh, there's a lot of things here. Let's go grab those. Potion. Potion. And potion. Yeah, we got a lot of potion. Did she say something else? No. Okay. That's an inn, so we can go sleep and relax. How much it costs? Oh! Okay. That's an item shop first. I think this Final Fantasy is the first one where you can find stuff as hidden objects within things like pots and all that. We'll see. Are you heading on a journey? Well, you should rest up first. And don't worry about payments. Tonight's on us. Oh, thank you. And here we have the bar. Oh, you can see here. Like, for example, on this one. Fun potion. Yep, I guess that's the first Final Fantasy that has that. A seasoned traveler. Always keep a few antidotes and eye drops on hand. Hey, look like you can play the piano. Give us a tune. A big old boulder-ish ick, blocking the valley so I can get back to Canaan. Nothing left but to drink away my worries, hick. Can we talk to the barman? No, it doesn't seem like it. Let's talk to the dancer. Oh, I'm a dancer. Can't you tell? Wanna see me dance? Of course. Bum 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 bum, ba-da-dum bum bum. Ba-da-bum bum 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 bum. It's funny that we use some classical music for the dancers. I think we still have the dancers on Final Fantasy 4 and 5. Final Fantasy 3 has it, Final Fantasy 4 has it, Final Fantasy 5 has it. And on Final Fantasy 5 you can also play the piano like on Final Fantasy 3. I don't think Final Fantasy 4 has that, I don't remember, but they have the dancers. Well, you have a whole town that is Toroyan, that is supposed to be full of dancers. Alright, let's play the piano. Play the piano. How do you like my routine? Fun potion. Wait, don't tell me. I bet I can guess your specialties. Hang on. Warrior, Black Mage, White Mage, and Onion Knight. How do I do? Well, you did right. Okay, they're sleeping. I guess I go inside the bed. Yeah, okay. Let's not do that now. I don't need this. We already talked to her. Let's talk to him. When the great earthquake hit, the crystal altar sank deep underground. Oh, this world is destined for ruin. You should never leave home without a spell of cure. I saw one in the shed deeper in the thicket. Careful, for there are monsters along the path. Alright, let's go pick it up. I mean, it's funny that they put monster in here. Here's the shed. I should probably put Toto Show in the bag. Huh. So I never finished Final Fantasy III. The further away that I went to... Okay, there's some secret here. Okay, we found a potion. The further away I went to, if I remember properly, is that... on the 3D version I stopped when you have Leviathan that is blocking you. Then you have to change into a mini form and then you can go through the statue and then do stuff. I didn't do that part, unfortunately. I know that I did it in the NES version. I think I went up to the Dwarfs... No, because the Dwarfs Village is just before the Leviathan, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember. I not too far after that, I stopped that, but... Well, they make it easy by having that big, like, exclamation point up there. Alright, let's talk to him. See that candle further to the right? It's actually the switch for a hidden door. Alright. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I wish that I played more Final Fantasy 2 and 3 because those two I never finished them. But eventually that's one of my goals. Oh, I press B. A long sword. Cool. Leather armor. Cool. That's perfect for him. Cure, dagger, and leather armor. Oh, dagger is stronger than... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put a dagger and a knife because I didn't realize that. It's very interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, she can put one too. Oh, cool. I just need something for... I say she, but we don't know because that's the thing with white mage. Well, they look like women like that, but the reality is that we don't know. They're just there. Okay. Alright. Oh, and how do we equip Cure? Do we go to Magic? Okay, Magic, Learn, and then Cure. There we go. Oh! They don't use really MP like normal MP here. As you can see, depending on the level of your... Depending on the level of the magic, you have a certain amount of MP linked to it. And you use only one MP every single time that you're using it. So for example, if I use it right now, I'm gonna go from 7 to 6. Oh cool, you can target all in this game. So that's how it works on that Final Fantasy. It's similar to Final Fantasy 1 at the time. And I think the Final Fantasy 1 on Pixel Remaster does that as well. If I remember properly what we saw and talked about. Back attack. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop pretty soon. We already did 35 minutes, which is pretty good. The next step on this game is basically to go to a town where all the characters look like Pepperfin because they got into a curse, not a cure. Let's see what that girl's gonna say over there. And there's no secret. I'm picking flowers! Okay, found potion. Cool. Okay, let's buy some weapon. Okay, the staff is perfect. I can equip directly from here. Alright. We can buy some armor, and this is magic. You can buy magic. They don't separate white and black magic anymore. You can just go to that person and they're probably gonna have both. Poison that to remove poison. Okay, let's buy that. I have enough gear. I'm actually pretty surprised. I have nearly 1500 gear. Did we talk to him? No. To the south is the town of Kazuz, but no one ventures out that far since the great earthquake. Word has it that the route is overrun with monsters. And that'll be one thing that we're gonna have to clear out because we need to have an airship eventually. But let's talk with the elders from the village now. Oh, we have heating water here. And what is that? Ah, it's for revive. Revive the allies, okay. Okay, let's talk to that guy. Dan. Yes! The spirit have told me exactly what befell you. Now go speak with Elder Papa. I believe he has some words of wisdom for you. Alright, let's see where are those people. It's Nina, a motherly figure to the 4 orphans. So as you can see, the characters are orphans, and that's why they don't really have a story. Nina, take care on your journey. You know how I worry so. Let's see this guy. It's Homak, one of the town elders. In order to understand the power you've been granted by the crystal, you need to be true to your heart. Alright, and now let's finish by talking to Topapa. It's Topapa, the elder who raised the 4 orphans. Topapa, we... I know. To think that you 4 would be chosen by the light. Tosasho, Tesasho, Totosho, and Eldotas. I should have done Woshasat. But anyway. You must understand that such a meeting was no mere chance. The crystal willed you to it. Such is its power. Your souls have been touched by light. You cannot let the strength you've been granted go to waste. You must depart at once and seal away the powers of darkness. Safe travels, my children. I thought that there was some kind of place where you actually have all the information that you need, like with multiple elders, but I guess not. Alright, let's get going. Let's go to the town in the south so like that you can see what I'm talking about. Ooh. Being ambushed is the worst thing that can happen to you, to your characters that early in the game. And unfortunately we don't have some black magic, so I cannot do much with... Okay. I better heal him for the moment. Ah, I was dumb. I forgot that I can actually heal everybody, and not just one character. Okay, let's do that next. Ooh. I like the fact that on the right side they show attack, your attack. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, let her heal herself, themselves. We should use gender neutral when we don't know. Okay. Let's go to the village down there. Here's Casus. And that's where the gene put a curse on people. La 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 la. It's a campfire. Hey! Oh, sorry. I thought you might be ghosts too. While traveling from the west, I came upon this accursed town. I'd stay away from the inn if I were you. It's full of ghosts. I think there's some battles in here too, so... Yeah, so you can see that everybody looks like Pepperfin or Ghost or whatever. The gene's curse turned all the villagers into this! Yeah, we're all gonna say the same thing. Oh, cool. At least we have something to heal me. Oh no, it's just for the KO light. Shoot. Only a mithril ring made here in Casus can contain the gene's power. That is why the gene cursed this town. So yeah, we have to find mithril. The gene has been trapped in the sealed cavern since the great earthquake, but now he's awakened. All I want is to have my beautiful complexion back. The townsfolk made a mithril ring for Princess Sarah of Castle Sasune once. If only we could borrow it. Okay, we're gonna have to go to Castle Sasune. Sid's the name. I'm from Canaan, but a boulder in Nerve Valley is blocking my way home. Now I'm stuck here. Figured I'd spend the night at the inn, and then this happened. What's my wife's gonna say? Say, wanna take my airship for a spin? It's parked under the desert to the west of town. In return, think you can do something about this here predicament? So thanks to Sid, we can use the airships. Yay! You learn where to find Sid's airships. It's in the desert to the west. Desert, not desert. Desert. I'm wondering if I can go sleep. Oh! Did you see that? That's the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy 1 up there. Oh, really cool. I like that. And then that Final Fantasy 1 up there too, when they leave. Ah, wow. Okay, when you touch the candle. Ah, yeah, I can rest. When they leave the city of Cordelia and went through the bridge. I like that. What a little nod. I don't think this is on the original game for. I thought that when you were walking in that place there were monsters before. Ah, that's the blacksmith. I cannot read the note. Okay. And this would have enemies too, the mithril mine. Okay, we're gonna finish by taking his somewhere here. Okay, we found it. Sid's airship. Yes! Let's drive it. So you can see that I cannot go through the mountains yet with it. I can go back here far. I cannot go through that rock. But I can get through here to go to that next cave that is there. And I can go to the Sasune's castle as well, thanks to that. But before we do that, let's go here. Because what I forgot to show is that the Altar's cave, has actually secret passage, like this one. 1,000 gills. Because your character failed from it, so they didn't necessarily look for everything. Preemptive strike, yes. So the interesting thing is that if you play the 3D version, the first character that you get with the friend of the other one, that they both come from Ton of Ore, can be found in another cave outside of the town of Ur, if I remember properly. No, I'm wrong. I think you find it in the town of Ur. Then you find one of the lady character, I forgot her name, in the airship, if I'm not wrong. In Sid's airship, or at least she's joining you, and she's the daughter of a blacksmith in Casus. And then the last character is a guard at the Sasuno castle, and he's joining you once you save the king from a curse, I think. I'm not wrong. And then you have secondary characters that join your group as a fifth person from time to time. You cannot control them, but you can... Ah, sleep. Perfect. I don't think he can learn poison now, right? Or he can learn it, but cannot use it. And if I remove, you can see that I can learn it again, which is a good thing, because on other Final Fantasy sometimes you didn't have that. If I fall down here, I'm gonna go back to where I used to be, so we're not gonna do that. And that's all I wanted to share with you about Final Fantasy III. I think that Final Fantasy III is a pretty interesting game. There's a lot of fantasy elements. The story is pretty straightforward and standard, kind of like more like a fairy tale kind of story in a sense. I don't know much about it compared to any of the other Final Fantasy because, like I said, it's the one that I played kind of the least within all the Final Fantasy that I played, and I didn't finish it, similarly to Final Fantasy II. But Final Fantasy II I went much further than what I did with Final Fantasy III. But it can give you an idea about what the game is about. And this game is not that easy, at least on the original version of the game, it wasn't that easy. I don't know if this version will make it a little bit simpler or not. Okay, Castle Sasune, as you can see, there's a problem there too. Okay, so we need also the mithril ring here. So they're all cursed. So in this particular place, they are very good. There are very good equipment that you can get, but there's also a lot of monsters in, unfortunately, in most of the, in some of the treasure chests. Jeez, I don't know why I couldn't find that. Alright. I am King Sasune, but as you can see, the Jin's curse has reduced me to this ghostly form. Only by defeating the Djinn can this full curse be lifted. Where is the Djinn? He dwells in the sealed cavern north of this castle, but without a mithril ring, you will be powerless to seal him away. We heard that Her Highness, Princess Sarah, has one. Oh, how could I have forgotten? The people of Casus once presented Sarah with a mithril ring, but I fear Sarah is nowhere to be found. Could she have been abducted by the Djinn? Oh, my poor Sarah. We can check out the sealed cavern. Oh, such Star Wars warriors! When you reach the sealed cavern, you should know there is a secret door. The skeleton is the key. Please, you must defeat the Djinn and free my people from this wicked curse. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go over there. I didn't train or anything, so my characters are pretty weak at that point. So I don't know if it's a good thing for me to actually try to go to the sealed cavern, but let's do it quickly to allow you to see a little bit when we're gonna find Sarah. Curse Cobbler. I can see that those are not kidding. Like I'm probably gonna die. Let's see, let's try to flee. We escaped! Okay. So far it's pretty easy to escape, which is a good thing. I always forget that they have that mini map on the top right, which, to be honest, really helps you. In the original games you didn't have that at all, so you didn't know like where to go. Yeah, my hope is to see if I can get Sarah to join the team, at least to show you what's happening once you join. No! Once you join the team. Okay, I have nothing, unfortunately, to save my character here. Alright. Ah, here she is, Sarah! I am Sarah, Princess of Sasune. Your Highness, what are you doing here? I'm here to save my subjects, but I fear I cannot find a clear path through the monsters. Thankfully, my mithril ring spared me from the Djinn's curse. Nevertheless, these caves are dangerous, Your Highness. You should return to the castle. I will not. I'll forge ahead alone if I have to. Your Highness, won't you reconsider? Please, take me with you. You cannot seal away the Djinn without my mithril ring. Then I suppose we must. Sarah joined the party. So you will have some characters like that from time. Oh, that's right. If you wish to talk to me, turn towards me and press the confirm button. Don't hesitate to ask me anything. No, let's be off. So you can see that she's just following me. I am Sarah, and you are? I'm Tososho. A pleasure. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I can show. So you can see that you don't see Sarah obviously here, but... Oh my goodness. Oh. Probably gonna die before I can actually test something out with her. That's the last thing we're gonna do together on this on... Ah, no. Game over. Bam, 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 bam. Ba-da-dum, bam, ba-da. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, we lost. And we couldn't see Sarah. Oh well. Well, that's pretty cool that we have that autosave system to actually show you, to actually allow you to try again. Let's see, actually. No, I have nothing to save this character. Although, I didn't put... I should have put something like this, like the bronze bracer, to help the characters. Alright, let's see if I can get out of here before... and still be alive. The truth is that the characters can be upgraded now because there's a lot of more complicated battle outside that I didn't do. I want to see if I can use Sarah. Oh my goodness, we already did 57 minutes of game time. Oh! Oh well, it's okay. You can see that when characters are dead, they cannot get experience point. Note that I'm not gonna continue this game here because I'm probably gonna do that another time when I'm all quiet and can actually play by myself. Because it's hard to play some of those RPGs when talking and trying to explain things around. It doesn't seem that Sarah is doing anything. I know that on the 3D version, for sure, she will help us from time to time. She just randomly attack or do some magic to save your character or something. It doesn't seem that she's doing that on this one. Apprentice Warrior already killed 100 enemies. Okay, perfect. Now everybody's back. Alright, that's where we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop at the... going back to the crystal. To the wind crystal. I hope that it gives you a little bit of information about the game. And I hope that you liked the fact that I tried to talk about things that are not necessarily on the screen, that talks about the game itself that you may not know about. Alright, that's where we're gonna stop, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Tosso Show. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you give a chance to Final Fantasy as a franchise. There's amazing games within that franchise. Final Fantasy III is a pretty good game in my opinion. It's a more like Dragon Quest style game because of the fact that you have all those jobs and a lot of the stories is more about all the other people that you meet than yourself. And that's about it. So if you like my show, please continue to watch my channel on YouTube or on Facebook. Please feel free to also follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all those other social media channels. And I hope you have a nice day. Peace out. Thank you everybody for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.